Hi, it's Alistair Beaumont, the Heretic Hermit. I've been working for the Psychic Power Network for about 4 years now, ever since I decided to try to do this professionally. In the beginning, it seemed to work okay. Took a while to get off the ground. You had to build a client base. I had to learn a lot of things about talking online through the phone, because all my work had never been done either in person or by people bringing requests to me and then taking those requests, going home, writing up a summary, doing the reading, writing it all up, doing the computer printout, whatever, printing it out, and then taking it back to them. So it took a while to get to where I am now, which probably doesn't have my credibility in it, because now you're like, oh, he's an amateur. It's like, yeah, well, I've been doing it for 4 years, so believe me, I'm not an amateur anymore. Even if you wanted to say I was an amateur in the first place, it's not about the reading, it's just about the practice of actually talking to people. And not only that, but doing it under the gun, since 99% of the time the first call you get is only 5 minutes long. So you have 5 minutes to be able to appease whoever it is that you're trying to get, answer the question you're trying to get, with them just pressuring everything you say and questioning everything you say. So it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, especially for somebody that normally didn't do it that way. That doesn't negate all the years of experience I have. It's just there's a difference between doing it when you are under a gun for pressured clients versus doing it casually for friends or acquaintances or family. But one thing's been sticking in my craw ever since this last, because the second year was really good. It actually really increased and things got better. And then since then, it's just been up and down. I don't know why it's been so up and down. Lately, of course, it's completely tanked out. Everything's completely flattened. And one of the things that's caused, I think, the flattening is a very, very bad review that I have that the company itself refuses to take off the website. And it doesn't make any difference what I say. The review was written by a woman. And I'll show you the review. I'm going to see if I can't put it right here. Hopefully it's right there so you can see it or read it. And hopefully I can actually do some of my technological wizardry to spell out what she says and go over each part, because that's what I'm trying to do here. Because I think this is important. Since they refused to remove the review, and I think my whole money base, client base, and everything else has gone right south ever since I actually saw this review. The last person that I had on there, there was a woman that was basically just trying to use me and other readers to be a stalker for her. Use that as a reason to berate me when she wasn't happy with the way I was talking to her. But I refuse to be abused by people. I'm not going to sit here and let you just walk all over me just because you're not getting what you want. So, like I said, I hope I put the review down there. Hopefully you can read it. If not, I'm going to go over all the pieces anyway, because I think what happened to me was completely unfair. It's like, I did the reading for her. It's like the reading actually says, because I have it here on my computer, but you should have it there if you want to read it. She was reading with me for 6 months. That part's true. She was reading with me for 6 months. 6 months she didn't have any complaints, until all of a sudden she had one. None of my predictions came true. That one makes me laugh right off the bat. None of them came true. So you spent 6 months with me talking to me about asking me questions and doing readings and paying a lot of money, and none of them came true. Which is actually, I mean, to get specific, no offense, and I hope I don't freak anybody out by this, but unfortunately, somewhere along the line, I told her that she was going to have a major, it was death, but I didn't know if it was actual death. I just knew it was like a major disruption. Like I knew there was going to be some sort of loss, some sort of pain that she'd have to go through. And it actually did turn out to be a death. She actually did lose a friend of hers. So that's one thing I told her flat out that I didn't even know was true, that she told me that I got was right. So there you go. Multiple times before, one of the times I told her to avoid a trap, which she wasn't able to do, so she fell right into it. That was the devil card. Warned her about it before she went into it. Told her about it anyway. And she just walked into it. So this idea that none of my predictions have come true, it's like, no. He also lacks empathy. I lack empathy. I don't have empathy for people. Fuck, I wish I could turn my empathy off. I wish I could turn my fucking empathy off. Empathy is probably the one thing that makes me the most miserable in life, especially trying to get this off the ground and trying to turn this, which is supposed to be, I guess, what everybody just considers to be some sort of goofy game or some sort of hobby, and not the way I do it, into an actual career. Because all I do is frighten people because they don't understand it. And I'm more than happy to try to explain it to you. But if you don't take it seriously, I'm telling you, I take it seriously. This isn't a game to me. The way I can do it, if I can sit here and tell you about people dying, and I can tell you about events in your life, and I can try to guide you through things, it's not a game. I'm literally having a great deal of effect on your life. I can make it better. I can see things before you walk into them. I can see things before it happens. But just because I can see it doesn't change your part of this. You still have to do your part. You still have to make your choices. You still have to make your actions. You just have to choose whether or not to believe me or not. And when it goes south, like it does here for this particular person, and then you want to blame me for it because you screwed up. You took what I said, you used what I said. Because here's the other thing: if I give you a reading, here's how things are. You say to your friend, you know, you ask for a reading, and I say in the reading, your best friend is going to screw you over if you accept a deal that he's trying to make you. So let's say he comes to you and says, listen, I need you to give me like $200 because it's going to be great. And I tell you that the $200, if you take this deal, that $200 is going to totally screw you over. Don't do it. If I tell you to do that, and then you decide, because of what I said, to make a move against him, based on what I said, not what he said, but what I said, it doesn't count. You just screwed the whole thing up. You changed all the variables because you're going on something I said that was going to happen that hasn't happened yet. So if you decide, I'm going to go and make a move, make a decision altering my course before I even get to where the hell I told you was going to go, you just negated what I told you. If I told you that he was going to make you this offer, and then you do something before he makes the offer, and then he doesn't make the offer, that's on you. He didn't get a chance to make the offer before you changed it, before you changed the course. You can't use what I say and then go, oh, well, then I just won't do that. It's like, I mean, you can to some degree, but you can't do it and then, it's like in that case, the best thing to do in that case is simple. You just wait for him to make the offer. When he makes the offer, you say no. That's it. Simple. And then you get to go, the rest of the reading falls into play. The way it would be before was you'd be tempted to take the offer, but when he offers it to you, you say no. Everything's fine. That's how it goes. Then the reading works. But if you sit there and say, okay, he's going to make this offer for $200, well, I just won't show up. I'll just forget his number. I'll just stop answering his calls. I'll just go move to Toledo. He won't know why you did it because he hasn't made the offer yet. It doesn't count. Yes, you have avoided the trouble, but you didn't do it the right way. It's like, how are you going to avoid trouble when he hasn't even made the trouble yet? He didn't even fucking know he was probably going to make it yet. So you can't do that. I do have empathy. Believe me, I wish I didn't have empathy. I have a great deal of empathy. But I do get frustrated with people when they question what I'm trying to do, when I'm trying to help them, when they don't listen to what I say, which is a big deal for this person. Don't listen to anything I say. You're just going to go about your business. And then you're going to make your mistakes and then blame me because I told you what was going to happen and then you went and did it anyway. That's not cool. She says here, I was hurt and crying about a love loss. Well, there's the problem number one, too. There is a love that she had, but every single time that she asked me for a particular reading on this particular love that she was supposed to have at her workplace, every single time that she asked me about him, what I just told you a minute ago is exactly what she would do. So I would say, hey, you know, he's going to ask you to go to a meeting, you're going to have this thing together, he's going to ask you out, something or other. Then she would take that information and go into the meeting and stop him before he was able to get to what I told him he was going to say. So imagine I said, he's going to have a meeting with you and then he's going to tell you company secrets, like serious company secrets that he never told anybody. He trusts you and he wants to do it. When you go into the meeting, because this is what she said, if you go into the meeting and the first thing he asks you is, can I trust you? And your answer is, no, I don't think I can. How can you be mad at me when he doesn't tell you anything? So, that's what she always did. Like, she asked me what's going to happen in the meeting, and then she goes to the meeting with him, uses the information that I've given her, and uses it to make sure that he doesn't get across the table. And then blames me for it. It's my fault. It's my fault that you decided to make these decisions based on what I told you before you actually heard what he had to say. And now, because what caused this whole thing, by the way, as I told her that there was this last moment that was coming, a last final moment where he was going to take one last shot to try to be with her. And if she screwed it up this time, if it didn't go out, it would be her fault. And he should never get another chance. That's what she's talking about. Now, you might think to me that's a matter of empathy that I'm sitting here telling you, you know, if you don't get this right, it's going to be on you. Well, I'm sorry, but that's the truth. It's like, if this is the last moment, whatever, why is it people can't accept the fact that you screw up, that you make a mistake? I'm not even judging you about it. I'm just warning you ahead of time. If you do what you've done this previous 8 times, it's over. It's not going to work. What do you want me to tell you? Like, if you do it, you want me to just pat you on the back and be like, gosh, it's all his fault when it's not? Because you didn't like the way that the cards turned up, and you didn't like the fact that, in truth, what the problem is you don't want to get close to him because you're afraid to get close to him. So you just keep pushing people away, which is as common as fucking water. So you want me to lie? And if I'm telling you the truth, even if it's harsh, that's bad. That's not empathy. You want me to lie to you? How is lying to you being empathic? What am I supposed to say to you that's supposed to get you across this line? What can I say to you that's going to make you stop? Am I supposed to lie about the reading itself? Am I supposed to tell you, oh no, he'll just keep trying and trying forever, even though that wouldn't work? Would you still give me the same bullshit if it didn't work out and everything fell apart? She did cry. She cried on times when she was talking to me, yes, but that was because we constantly kept going back and forth when I was telling her that I wasn't judging her, because I don't judge my clients. It sounds, some of you might take what I'm saying in this video and say that I'm judging people, but I'm not. I don't judge you on how you ended up where you are. I really don't. But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you and be like, everything you do is perfect and you never make a mistake and nothing you ever do is wrong, because that doesn't make any sense. Everybody makes mistakes. So it's like, if you're going to make, you have to make your own decisions, and sometimes you screw up. I'm not going to blame you if you screw up. If that's what happens, you screw up. But why are you blaming me when you're the one that did it? She didn't actually, the love loss she's talking about here, she didn't actually have a love loss. I didn't even hear about the love being quote unquote lost. The last I talked to her, she was supposed to go into that last meeting with him, and there was going to be the last thing. Apparently the love loss happened somewhere between the last time she talked to me and the time she decided to nail me with this fucking review. He just said he had nothing to say. Sure. He also constantly demeans me, saying I asked the same questions and he already answered a question. So, if I'm supposed to, if I'm constantly demeaning you, if you ask me a question today and call me back tomorrow and ask me the same question, and then I call me back tomorrow and ask me the same question, and then call me back tomorrow and ask me the same question. If I'm telling you that I already answered the question and it came out the same way 3 times in a row, I'm demeaning you by telling you this is pointless. Like you just keep getting the same reading over and over and over again. Like you're hoping somehow it's going to come up different. A lot of people do this. That's why they talk to different readers, for the record. You sit there and say, talk to a reader, and you'll be like, oh, gee, that didn't come out so good. So you'll go call some other reader. Which is why you have problems, by the way, for anybody out there that actually is interested in doing this stuff, if you do take it seriously. Half of us are con artists, because it's easy for a con artist to be able to tell you exactly what you're looking for. That's the whole basis of a con artist. That's the whole basis of con artistry. The whole reason why they're able to walk your money right out of your fucking pocket. They're charming. They know exactly how to tell you what you want to hear, so they can just walk away with your money. But the rest of us are trying to do this for real. So, yes, you can sit there and get a call from me and be like, oh my God, I hated that. That sucked. And then go get a call from some con artist fuck that doesn't give a shit about you, who tells you the exact opposite. But the problem is this. If you get the information from me, and then you get information from them, and then you go and get somebody else, and then you go get somebody else, 4 different people with 4 different opinions, what are you supposed to, where are you supposed to make how are you not more confused now than you were when you started? How are you not more lost, especially if you have experience with me? There's the other thing, because she's lying about the idea of 6 months worth of readings. Sure, I got it wrong 6 months in a row. It's like, if I've already proven to you that I can do it, why don't you just listen? Why don't you just believe? Why is it you can believe, you choose not to believe when you actually know that I've actually done this? I've actually proven I'm right. Like, why I've actually given you information that did come true. So why would you assume I'm wrong? You figure it's in numbers? I'm right about this, but not about that. I'm right about this thing over here that makes me comfortable, but I'm not right about this thing over here that makes me uncomfortable. Okay. So we'll get 50 other readings and see whichever, and then you just believe whatever you want, which gives you license, by the way, to keep screwing up. Gives you license to do, if you keep making the same mistake over and over and over again, it gives you license to continue to make the same mistake over and over again. And instead of blaming yourself because you're the one keep doing it, you can blame me or them or whoever I'm reading with, because we told you that it was going to work out differently. He is hurtful and I'm not contacting him again. I'm glad she isn't contacting me again. The last couple times we talked, it was very, very volatile. It wasn't my fault. I don't know if you can believe that or not. Maybe you won't by the end of this video. Maybe I've just hurt myself by being honest with you. But it's something that's bugged me because the network will not take this review down, and it's not fair. It's not fair, and it's not accurate. I actually told the advisor in a very long email and explained everything that happened, but now all of a sudden I have no clients, and nobody wants to call me. And I'm just thinking this review might be why, because the way she writes it out makes me sound like I'm a complete bastard, like I'm a complete asshole. And it's like, I refuse to tell you what you want to hear if it's not something, if it's not the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you. It doesn't do you any good. It doesn't do you any good. It doesn't do me any good. It doesn't do the world any good. If all you're looking at is for somebody to just feed you bullshit, you don't need a reader. All you need to do is just go to any YouTube video that suits your fancy and just find what it is you're looking for and let them blow smoke up your ass all fucking day if that's what you want to do. If that's what you want. I mean, if that's what you want, that's what you need, go for it. That's what you're looking for. But that's not what I'm going to give you. Do you really want things to get better? Do you really want things to change? Because most of the time, things don't change by themselves unless they're just getting worse. I don't know if you noticed that. Most of the times when things just are left to their own whims, eventually they decay. So if I can sit here and I can look into your future and tell you, show you a path that'll get you out of the trouble that you're in, or show you which way you're going to go, I'm not promising it's going to be pleasant, because I can't. But I'm not going to judge you when you make a mistake, and I'm not going to be mad at you if you screw it up. It's like it's just you have a choice to make. But this idea, then you because you didn't listen to what I said, and then because you can't accept the fact that you screw up and you make mistakes, you're just going to come on here and put a review up there that basically says to everybody, he sucks. He never did anything right. All of his reviews are terrible. He's a horrible, hurtful person. And then to have the company not take it down so that everybody thinks I'm a horrible, hurtful person, it's like, thanks. So my business gets to suck and my thing gets to be hurt because you don't want to admit that you make mistakes. And you don't want to admit that sometimes you get things wrong. And it's easier to just go, you're the one that did this to me, instead of I did it to myself. That's what this is about. That's what the review is about. And I'm tired of sitting here like trying to get somebody to understand it, because I deserve to be able to tell the truth, and there's no way to put on the website what the truth is. So I'm doing it right here, right now. This is how it works. She's lying. I did not do the things that she's saying, with the exception of, yes, I did tell her occasionally that she was just asking me the same question over and over again because she was getting the same results. I was not hurtful. I was not judgmental, even though she would argue 100% the other way. What she wanted was me to just tell her whatever she wanted to hear, and I won't do that. I tell the truth. The truth hurts. But if you don't have the truth, nothing will ever change. Take that as it may. If that hurt my channel and now none of you want to watch me anymore, it's up to you. But I'm trying to help you, but I can't help you if you don't do at least some of the work. I can tell you where to go, but I can't. It's like Neo. I can show you the door, but you have to walk through it. Or, what was the other one? There's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. All sounds goofy because it comes from a movie, but The Matrix is deeply spiritual to me. So take that as you want to. I don't really care. But I felt it was time for me, it was inspired here recently to just say, fuck it. I need somebody to understand what the truth is, and this is the truth. What I just said, all I ever brought up is the truth. That's the truth of that reading. I'm not going to tell you her name. It's not important. But it's just necessary for somebody out there to understand that what they put on there and what she put on here is complete bullshit. Especially from somebody that paid me like literally hundreds of dollars over 6 months of time, and then suddenly claims out of the blue that everything I said for the last 6 months is bullshit. If that's not fucking somebody just pissed off, everything you said was bullshit, man. Like, I totally hear. I don't know why I paid him. I don't either. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please, I don't know how you're going to like it, but thank you for watching this video anyway. And that's the end of that. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness. And I will be seeing you